First dream. Be me. In washroom, taking a piss. Man, I'm really pissing a lot. My dick feels weird. Stop pissing and look in bathroom mirror. I have a gigantic horse cock, the size of my arm. Feels awesome. Getting hard, can feel billions of nerve endings firing. There's a weird cow pattern going up my cock and onto my stomach. Wake up without coming. Second dream. Be me. In a brothel. Pay for lay me a prostitute. She's laying on her back, vagina, cloaca open. Has two dicks above the opening. Tells me to wait before we start. I get into position, waiting for her to say start. Can't take it anymore, insert. She moans. Feels incredible. She seems to like it too, saying something along the lines of human men are incredible. Bust an incredible nut inside her. Suddenly wake up. Powerless to stop myself from coming. Get up, change my boxers, go back to sleep. No more dreams that night. Hey/X/, I had a disturbing dream last week and I can't stop thinking about it, and I was hoping someone here can tell me what it means so I can process it and move on. Green text for clarity and brevity. Be me, living in India for work. Living with Indian co-workers in a large home with lots of rooms. Having dinner one evening with them on a patio that faces the jungle. A troop of baby monkeys approach us. Co-workers seem disgusted and annoyed. They collect the baby monkeys and put them in a canvas bag. They take them to the front of the house that is connected to the city. Throw the bag into an intersection with busy traffic, killing all the baby monkeys. I'm horrified, but my co-workers are dismissive and say I just don't understand India. I see one baby monkey they missed hiding under the patio. I bring it inside and hide it in my room. Become attached to baby monkey, it thinks I'm his father. I love my monkey son and raise him in secret. Later, at work and from the window, I see large apes outside in the jungle. They are large, muscular, hairless and pale with claws. Their faces seem decayed or rotted, features are hard to make out other than a mouth with sharp teeth. I tell co-workers, but they just tell me that's what the baby monkeys from last week grow up to be. They will kill, maim people and carry leprosy and can infect people. I am scared and tell them about the baby monkey in my room. They get mad at me and we go home and they make me take the baby monkey outside. They make me kill it with a stick. Stick not quite big enough, it's not a quick death. It takes about 10 minutes but I eventually kill it with the last blow taking off its head. Monkey son screams the whole time. In the distance of the jungle, I see several of the adult apes with rotten faces watching me, silently. What does this mean? For some reason this has been sticking with me since last week and it's become an intrusive thought in a way that no other dream has for me. Had a dream last night that might have been a succubus but I'm scared it could be something more evil. Dream below. Be me. Walking up street towards parents' house I grew up in. It's extremely accurate, not the usual dream garbage. Can see neighbors' houses and street signs in vivid detail. Phase through front door, walk around first floor a bit. Floor is creaking, wonder if parents can hear me or if these are ethereal creaks. Realize I might be astral projecting. Go to stairs to second floor, bathroom is first room at the top. Bathroom is wrong, no lights, fixtures, sink, etc. There is a doll sitting on top of the toilet, it is emitting its own sort of weird light. Its features are changing, but I can't see them change. The changes are incomprehensible, I can only recognize the changes after they have happened. A voice speaks to me but isn't audible, it's as if someone hijacked my inner monologue. I can take any form you desire. Fuck yeah.jpg. Think ask it to take form of, wife's hot friend. Right as it starts to change I wake up. At this point my dog woke me up by coming to sleep curled up next to my chest. That's when the thought occurred to me that something evil might have been fucking around with me while I was sleeping and the dog came to tell it to fuck off. Thoughts? I had a very interesting experience one day. I'm ESL so I hope you can understand me. Be me. 19. Go to a party with sis. Drink 1 can of beer. Go home and sleep. In my dream, I found myself strolling along a concrete footpath, where only the path itself was illuminated, while the surroundings were engulfed in deep gloom. I walked for a little while until I spot a woman standing by a light pole in the distance. She was fully covered with a black veil such that only her hands were visible. I don't know why, but I decided to approach her. She stood there, in complete silence and giving me a deadly stare. Though no distinguishable face could be seen, I could feel her intense gaze. She pulled out a magazine, pornographic, and handed it to me. Weird, but not as much, for at the time I was trying really hard to quit porn. I glared at it, confused, bewildered. How TF did she know about my problem? Afterwards she started laughing eerily and uncontrollably. For a moment, I stood there, unsure of what to do next but feeling frightened. Be me. At gym. Finish lift, go to cardio. Cardio area has window to pool and to sauna. Girl I talk to goes into sauna. Sits down, spreads legs to get comfy. Feel a bit of blood pump into the nether. No. Look away, think about battle and stabbing my enemies in the throat. Finish cardio. Go to sauna. She is still there. Actually have super nice conversation. She's making a ton of eye contact. She already has 3 kids, complete turnoff. Don't have to look at her sexually ever again. Wag me. Hey/X/lurker here would like an explanation to what happened when I went to bed last night. Be me. About to go to bed. Meditate before going to sleep and attempt to lucid dream. After meditating I cut off all lights and close eyes in bed. Mind is drifting all over and then suddenly start to think of a gray. This gray's face is looking towards the side in a dark image in my mind. Attempt to channel and talk with it. Ask questions in my mind such as knowledge, the truth and what will happen in the future. All of a sudden my body gets a cold feeling and feel like that I'm being watched. Keep eyes shut and put body under covers. Feel what seems like body laying on top of me. This goes on for about 30 minutes until I'm forced to take covers off my face to breathe and look around my bedroom. Feeling is gone and feel safe. Fall asleep on my back. Don't recall dreaming and sleep felt like nap. Schizo greentext thread. Share the most fucked up thing you have ever seen, or heard about, that a schizo person did in real life. I'll start. Be me working in an Apple call center, long enough ago that my NDA is currently expired. CPU tier 1, for anyone familiar smile. One day I receive a call, and the internal support tool we used back then, iLog, had a banner color that I had never seen before, and I had taken thousands of calls, over the time I had been working there, before this call came in. What was typical is the banner would be red, if their product's serial number was out of the support warranty period, or if their separate support plan, AppleCare, had expired. Or the banner would be green if they were within their support period or active AppleCare plan. This new banner color was deep purple. Read the case notes on the customer. See that the last employee they worked with was a member of Carpe Facto, with explicit instructions to transfer this customer back to Carpe Facto, and do not provide them any technical support, as they had signed away their rights for technical support, for life. Defute. Why? Keep reading. Customer believes the FBI is hacking their MacBook because error messages about iTunes authorizations kept popping up. Customer then placed the MacBook in a bag, and beat it into pieces with a claw hammer, so the FBI couldn't track them anymore. Hacking through iTunes authorizations? Completely impossible because that was just an error you received if you changed your iTunes password and didn't sign back in yet, or someone else uses iTunes with a different iTunes account, but the same local user account on the same computer, and or you imported an iTunes library with DRM lockdown, etc. Normal software issue tech problem. Happened to families and college students the most, back then. Carpe Facto worked with customer relations and had agreed to give this customer a brand new MacBook to replace the one they beat into pieces. However, they would only give the new replacement to the customer if they signed away their rights to technical support for it. Anyone wondering what Carpe Facto it was basically like the special forces of tech support for Apple. These were people that worked call center type tech support, but to be a member of Carpe Facto you had to have a master's degree in psychology, as these were the model call center candidates for Apple. All of their other employees doing call center tech support were trained with guidelines and techniques that were developed by Carpe Facto. Who cares, get to the point. Can Wendigos enter dreams? I know Wendigos have become a meme, but as a child I had a dream about what I now recognize as a Wendigo, and I wonder if it left some kind of psychic impression on me. I will green text for clarity and brevity. Be me, a child at summer camp. Decide to go outside while everyone else is sleeping, feel drawn out for some reason. Go to a shed that's at the edge of the lake and near the forest line to get to the balls and sports equipment inside, since the other kids always got them first and I never got to play with them. I'm trying to get inside but it's locked. I hear something on the other side of the shed that came from the woods. It's coming towards me from around the shed. I go the other direction, trying to keep the shed between us. This goes on for a moment until the footsteps stop. I turn around and I'm confronted by a white, emaciated creature with a terrifying face. I wake up in a cold sweat. Too scared to go back to sleep. Never go back to that camp again. So, can Wendigos enter dreams? I was at camp in the woods in the upper American Midwest, which is their traditional territory. Ever since then and even before I learned about Wendigos I've had an extreme fear of creatures like that. As a child when I saw Gollum in LODR I had a breakdown and had to leave the theater and hide in the bathroom. There was also an episode of Supernatural I saw as a teen and it terrified me so much I had to sleep in my sister's room, and horror doesn't really affect me otherwise. Ever since then, I've had problems in my life that boil down to hunger, addiction to substances, food, porn, sex, etc. I'm successful in my career but it's never enough. I always want more. I know that the Wendigo is a spirit of hunger and greed. Is it possible this creature visited me in my dreams and cursed me? And if so, how do I purify myself? Be me, a schizo. Hear the word cannibalism. Immediately get ludicrously hungry. Remember how many people have told me I'm God at this point. Suddenly it makes sense why I told Jesus to tell others to eat him alive. Not only do we consume that which we love with our taste and sustenance, we are sustained by that which we consume. Also, cooked human flesh is probably delicious. Like really fucking good. God damn it, I'm fucking hungry for human flesh. Medium well, please, I'm only a half Jew.